Hi guys, so today I'm doing the Fault in Our Stars film review, which has been much awaited because I said I would do this the day after I watched the film, but then you see a funny thing kind of happened. I got really sidetracked and delayed and didn't do it, but better late than never, I guess. Yeah, also, if you don't want to look for spoilers, maybe this video isn't going to be for you because I will try to not put any spoilers in this video, but I'm not going to promise you guys that that's going to happen because I'm one of these people that just blurt out with stuff. So if I come up with a spoiler, I apologise. But anyway, on to this bad boy. I adore this book. This book is one of my favourite books and I get so excited when I talk about it. And when someone says, "Have you read The Fault in Our Stars?" I just fangirl for hours. This is an amazing book and the film, I believe, is equally beautiful. I enjoyed the film so much. It really did bring out the book as how I imagined it would be on film. The only couple of things, let's get out the bad parts of the film first, I think. The only couple of things I didn't like was some of the romance. I think the romance was split in half, and half of it was beautiful and half of it was really cheesy. I didn't actually like the Anne Frank kiss. I loved the Anne Frank kiss in the book, but it wasn't the kiss itself I didn't like. It was the way they kissed, then they carried on kissing, and then everyone was like, bravo. And to me, that was just so cheesy because that wouldn't have happened. And I just felt there was a bit cheese alert. I also didn't like the way Augustus and Hazel were stood next to each other when Augustus calls Hazel beautiful, because I felt like in the book it didn't seem cheesy the way it was written, but the way he splurts out, "You're beautiful," I thought was so Twilight and so cheesy. And again, I was like, cheese alert. I also, again, about the Anne Frank scene, did not like the way when Hazel was going up the stairs to the top of the Anne Frank house, they had all the Anne Frank facts and statistics over the voiceover for when she was going up the stairs. I didn't like that because I don't really know how you could compare The Fault in Our Stars and Anne Frank, and I kind of just felt a bit uncomfortable because she's trying to go up these stairs in a struggle, and then they're talking about all these Anne Frank quotes. And I just didn't really see the two connecting, and I would have rather her just gone up on her own so you could see more of the struggle. I also didn't like the character Van Houten. In the book, I love Van Houten, he is so good. But on the film, it wasn't the acting again. The acting and the alcoholism was amazing. It was his image, I think. I didn't think he looked like an alcoholic. I didn't really see the alcoholism in his face because if all he's drinking is alcohol, surely he would be fat and surely he would have withdrawn on his face and he'd be a bit more old than he looked. That was again my opinion, but I didn't really like the character of Van Houten. I liked the character, it was just the image of the character I didn't picture in my head for the book for when I watched the film. And I also didn't like the cigarette metaphor. I don't know why, because in the book, the cigarette metaphor is one of my favourite parts of the book. But in the film, I just feel like it didn't work. I think they may have overused it. It worked in the beginning, and it worked when she was on the aeroplane, and it worked at the end when, spoiler alert, when Hazel Grace puts the cigarette packet on the coffin as he goes to get buried. That makes sense. But I just did not like the whole, it throughout the film. I just felt it was too weird, I guess. So in the book it worked, but on the screen it didn't work. And I also felt the filmmakers could have tweaked a few of the quotes. There was one of them which says, "I'm on a roller coaster which only goes up, my friend." And when you say it to someone, I think "my friend" should have gone, and it should have just been "I'm on a roller coaster that only goes up." In the book, "I'm on a roller coaster that only goes up, my friend" makes sense, but out loud it doesn't. But that was it. That is my criticisms. The rest of the book was amazing. I loved the way they played Augustus and Hazel Grace together, and I loved the character Isaac. Isaac was probably one of my favourite characters. I thought that he was so ironic, so funny, and he just really played that character fantastic. And he actually kind of reminds me of Nick Jonas a little bit, which was a little bit awkward. But yeah, anyway, I adored that. And I also really liked the way there was a lot of funny parts in it. The way that they had ironic, funny little bits in the book, which either made you cry or laugh. I don't think in the film there was no way that you were you weren't having any emotion. It was literally like a roller coaster because I felt like all the way through the film I was either laughing or I was crying. There was not a part in that film where I was like, what the hell is going on? I don't know if that's because I've read the book and I knew what was going to happen, or if it was the fact that the film was amazing. I'm going to go for the film being amazing because I'm a John Green fan, but that again is just me. So yeah, all in all, this book and this film I totally recommend. I either think you should I don't want to say read the book and then watch the film because some people may have already watched the film and not the book, but at some point of either watching the film or before the film, I recommend reading the book because there were parts of the film that they missed out in the book which kind of are a bit ironic, and also like Hazel Grace is kind of described better in the book than I thought she was on the film. But overall, this is a thumbs up and I totally recommend you go and watch it. But before I go, I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitter, but you'll have noticed that I retweeted John Green's tweet last week because he tweeted that Looking for Alaska, another John Green book, which again is one of my favourites, is being made into a film. And it was like, hallelujah. I am so excited for that. I read The Fault in Our Stars and then I actually bought Looking for Alaska when I was going on holiday. I bought this one, Looking for Alaska, and I think it was Will Grayson. I took all three of them on holiday, and I was amazed. Looking for Alaska is another beautiful written book. I think The Fault in Our Stars and Looking for Alaska are very similar, but they are very beautifully written. And I'm not going to spoil the whole Looking for Alaska situation, but it really does kind of make you think more about suicide and about life, because obviously that is what Looking for Alaska is about. So I totally recommend that you guys go and read Looking for Alaska before it comes out in cinemas, which I know will be ages away, but go and read Looking for Alaska because you guys will love it. And that is it for today. Just again, before I go, I want to mention that if you see me and this top in another video, I am doing a couple of videos today with me going away next week, so that I've got a few videos up for you guys, so you don't have to worry about not seeing my beautiful face for 2 weeks because you don't want to miss this bad boy. So, till next time. Bye!